I talk about the negative impacts people voice on transgender bathroom choice and provide evidence to the falsehood of those statements. Allowing transgenders to use the restroom which they identify with will reduce tension in both the community and in the United States. Being conscious of those different than us and make changes to accommodate others is one of the best things people can do and will also keep people safe. From an article by Stuart and Ginberg, it's quoted that in one of the largest surveys of transgender and gender nonconforming Americans conducted, 70% of respondents reported were being denied access, verbally harassed, or physically assaulted in public restrooms. There are two things that you should remember when considering whether or not transgenders should be allowed to use the bathroom they so choose. The first is that the information against the above is full of fallacies, and the second is that the allowance of bathroom choice would give great support of the transgender community. First, the information against allowing transgenders to use the bathrooms they so choose is full of fallacies. The first one is that transgender inclusive policies are a safety risk. Transgenders have been using the bathrooms every day and have been for the past few decades. So the policies do not legalize violence or sexual assault. They give the opportunities for Americans to use a bathroom and be comfortable in the environment they are in and avoid other violence. And that's from Trans Equity 2016. The second is that the solution would be gender neutral bathrooms. This only isolates people. Telling transgenders that they have to use a special restroom instead of the one of the gender that they identify with reinforces the idea that they are not normal and that they should be treated as an outsider. And this is especially detrimental to young trans students who also face outrageous bullying in schools. The third is that non-discrimination laws violate someone's religious freedoms. Trans and inclusive policies don't require anyone to change their religious beliefs. They ensure that they can live, work, and go to the restroom freely according to their identity, which is also from Trans Equity 2016. It is quoted by Allison Gill that as a trans person, it is hard not to take it personally when people are comparing trans people to child predators or saying that we're somehow dangerous. This goes into play with how people are comparing the use of restrooms for transgender people to that predators will take advantage of that and sexually assault people, but the laws being put in place would not legalize any of those actions. And if those things were going to happen, they would already take place today. Second, the allowance of bathroom choice would give great support to the transgender community. In the current political environment, it seems as if any group outside the standard norm is under scrutiny, and especially under this current president administration, the bully mentality has become the accepted norm. The transgender community is already an easy target for hate, so that only transfers more when it comes up to the issues of their bathroom choice. The second thing is that by extending grace to those who may need it will bring a lot of people together in the entire community. Showing support can be as easy as saying that their choice in bathroom does not even affect you. Miller in 2017 says that 75% of transgender students feel unsafe at school and were more likely to experience verbal harassment and physical assault than their peers. This goes into the issues of bullying is already a huge problem in the United States and leads to a lot of teen suicide. And just the issue of being able to go into the locker room you choose or going to the restroom would alleviate a lot of the bullying they face. And the third thing is that thinking outside of your comfort zone is one of the best things that you can do. Everyone needs their own ideas to be challenged, and I even face a lot of those own challenges in researching this topic. And the second is to take into consideration the place that they are in. Even though we all might think it's weird or unusual that someone may not believe that they're the gender that they were born with, they might also feel that they're just as uncomfortable. And being able to go in the restroom that they feel most comfortable in will alleviate a lot of that stress. We've all been born with a different set of circumstances, but at the core, we are all humans, have certain rights to achieve comfort and happiness, and the transgender community would receive a lot of comfort in being able to use the restroom they would choose. In conclusion, there are two things to remember from today. The first is that info against the above is full of fallacies. The second is that the allowance would give great support to the transgender community for the restroom that they choose. I hope this speech gave you some insight to thinking outside of your normal zone. And remember that just the smallest thing, like using the bathroom you choose, can make the impact on someone's everyday life.